Let's talk Miss Grand International's opening press conference standouts. I absolutely love that they do events like this. Yes, let me just see more of the contestants. It's fun. I think it's a great first impression, especially if you haven't been following along with the pageant. Wonderful. Also, the staging is always really beautiful as well. It's just so impressive that they're pulling this off year after year. So I love it. Let's talk about the ladies that were standing out. And let me tell you here, I was watching this and I take notes, and I'm taking notes, and sometimes, actually several times, I would write down a contestant and then I would think like, wow, okay, she's doing really good. Then the next one would come out and I would be like, I guess maybe she wasn't doing as well as I thought. Okay, I like delete and then type in the next contestant, because they kind of just kept getting better throughout the show. The way that they styled themselves and just stood out, their walks, the confidence, it's all there. So I have a lot of really, really impressive picks. Also, if you're prepping for a pageant, check out my free pageant prep course. It's packed with resources just for you that I've spent so much time putting together, so I hope you utilize them. Guatemala. The eyes. Her eyes, the beauty, she reminds me of a few different title holders mixed together, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's a few that I was like, oh, she looks similar to a few queens that I've seen before, but absolutely stunning, very grand performance, grand gestures, and grand styling. Kazakhstan is so underrated in so many different competitions, but for me, they send a lot of stunning contestants to multiple international pageants, and I'm just rooting for Kazakhstan all the time. I'm waiting for at least a placement. Brazil, the eyes, right? The eyes with the gown. Interesting, last year's Miss Supranational Brazil, also kind of similar eye color, and then she wore some really lovely blue gowns during competition, and I just think it worked so well, matching the eyes with the gown. If you can do that, I think it's a great strategy. So Brazil looked lovely in this, really, really loved it. Laos, oh, love this gown. It's really fun for the opening ceremony. Also just her glowing skin. Really, really beautiful. I wish, however, she would have wore a different cape with the gown. Argentina, she was one of our first contestants, and I feel like that's really tough making an impression at the beginning, but I actually loved this orange gown on her. I think this gown would work so well for a USA state competition. Maybe not an orange, because depending on the contestant, but wow, this would be great. Love her. Thought she was fabulous. Brought great energy. Martinique is giving me just supermodel. Honestly, I kind of feel like this whole vibe, she almost feels like a Miss World. Like, I feel like she would do well there if she hadn't already competed. Has she competed there? I'm not sure. But she's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love the hair, the makeup, the red gown. Really, really outstanding styling. Cuba. Okay, the sleeves though, the sleeves. That was really fun. I have been complaining lately about reveal outfits, so I didn't love that there was a reveal with the jumpsuit, and I just felt like the jumpsuit did not actually complement the coat with the big sleeves. I wish that there would have been something maybe monochromatic, or I don't know, just something else going on there. Something that would have been better matched, but she is a very, very beautiful contestant, and I'm curious to see what else is she gonna bring us in terms of her wardrobe, because this was interesting. What else does she pack? I wanna mention Kyrgyzstan. There are a lot of really, really strong competitors this year, but I will say Kyrgyzstan, so facially stunning, so beautiful, and honestly, beautiful makeup. I would have done a different hair look for this particular outfit, but gosh, I wish that she had more walking training. If she did, I think she could really stand out in the group. Colombia, very, very grand in her presentation. And that's the thing about grand, like you're gonna have to do quite a bit to stand out in this competition, and it's tough. You can't be shy here, all right? And so I feel like she was really bringing grand with her gestures, her walk, her poses, but also the styling of what she was wearing. It was well done. Nigeria. What a commanding presence that she has. She was just so regal when she stepped out on stage, and her walk, the look in her eyes when she's going down that runway, yes. Yes, I feel like good things are to come from Nigeria. Czech Republic is gorgeous, gorgeous. There's a lot of stunning contestants from the Czech Republic that are just amazing at pageants, sometimes underrated, I think. But this was lovely. She's looking good here. Can't wait to keep following. Puerto Rico, oh, such a competitive country. Gosh, so gorgeous, right? This styling for grand, the confidence. I hope she's on your list too. Netherlands. Okay, Netherlands over here. Beautiful eyes. Also very sassy walk. I like her energy so much. Mexico's bringing us something different with the long straight hair. I love that golden color. I want my hair to be that color. I need to take an inspo pic to my stylist. I think it's great. That hairstyling on her also, I think, paired really well with the gold gown. It was nice. It was a strong first impression. The red gowns on stage this year were standouts. And it's tough because you can't really plan these types of things when you're packing. You don't really know what stage is going to look like, but I will say that the ladies that wore shades of reds and oranges, it looked really great on stage. France was one of them, and I was so impressed by her because I will say across the board, I don't know why, but there's a lot of French representatives where I feel like their hair is not as polished as it should be for competition. That was not the case this year for France. Wow. Beauty, lovely hairstyling, great wardrobe. The French typically do have great wardrobe though, I will say. And because of all of that, she's in the episode. She is outstanding. South Korea, when do I ever really talk about South Korea? She is beautiful. She's got that glass skin, nice, beautiful white gown. I would have liked to have seen different hairstyling for this, but I just think she's beautiful. South Africa, I think that the gown can be improved for sure, and the styling can be adjusted. Like, I didn't love the red lip against that yellow, but I like her walk. I mean, her face is beautiful. I loved the walk, the energy that she was bringing. That is what really made her stand out. Dominican Republic, wow, 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 wow. This is grand styling. Like the big hair, the big waves, sometimes bold makeup. The gown is lovely. Really the energy that she was bringing, I feel like was very, very on the mark for grand. And so she made the list. Nepal. Very unique gown. I really love these pink and purple colors on her. I hope that she wears beautiful colors for prelims. I hope she doesn't do something very muted on stage or like a dark metallic, like a pewter, or if she does like a forest green or a navy. I'm hoping for bright colors on her. They would look great. Ghana. Ghana is a former Miss DC USA. She actually sang at a charity gala that I hosted several years ago, but back then she had long straight hair and now she chopped it. And she really, really chopped it with like a Zosie type style. Just beautiful. I mean, her glow up, I love it. I love this entire look on her. I love the yellow, love the hood, just all of it. Wow, I didn't even think that grand would be such a great fit for her, and it really is. Philippines. Okay, gorgeous. I'm actually very surprised here with how simple the styling was, but I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Her gown for finals for grand was actually a lot more simple than I thought it would be. It was just fitted to perfection, rhinestones, beautiful color, and that was really it. So it's interesting to see her at grand in this era where everybody's wearing feathers and boas and all of these things, and she's pulled it back. And she has no gimmicks. She has nothing on stage, which could be a risk because grand does have a lot of gimmicks. They are pretty successful at grand, at least for that first cut, at least for that top 20 placement. But she is Philippines and she has a lot of experience, and I believe she is prepared. UK is stunning. What a look. How often do we get redheads? Not very often. Also just her height, the length, the gown, the presence, the walk. And remember, UK did very well last year with her placement. I also really, really loved the UK's national costume. Probably one of my favorite national costumes ever. The Alice in Wonderland. It was so cute. Venezuela, whoa. Her aura, her confidence, she kind of gave me host vibes. I actually don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's a host, but I could see her being a television host easily. Wow, and I could also see her doing well at other organizations. She has a very great look that I think would work for multiple organizations. I don't know how old she is, but if this doesn't work out, I'd like to see her somewhere else. Let's talk about Kosovo. First of all, the red striking on stage, she looked really beautiful, but she is hilarious. I've been seeing clips of her on social media, and she's very grand, she's very over the top with her mannerisms, and she really plays it up when it comes to pageant vloggers capturing footage of her. She's having a great time, you know what? And I'm about it. She makes me smile. Wow, what a statement with this gown. Okay, this was impressive, and I'm just sitting here wondering, well, if this is for the opening, what is she wearing for prelims and finals? There's gotta be a few gowns planned. She's gotta have options. If this is the first impression, this is impressive. USA, oh, I'm excited whenever I can include USA on my list. It's a point of pride for sure. But I actually just met her at New York Fashion Week. So beautiful, so stunning. And it's funny, I loved her hair up at New York Fashion Week, and then we see it here up again, but she has so many great hairstyles, and she is always put together. Always. Beautiful, beautiful. Love this, love the styling, love the gown, love her. She's great. Look out for USA. I want to mention Sri Lanka because I do believe she needs to be more confident on stage, but even regardless of that, she is really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. I just want her to own it. Peru, love this pink on her. Not a lot of misses are gonna wear a light pink like this, but it looked really great with her hair and her skin tone. Her eye makeup was really lovely, and it just really helped her eyes to pop on stage. Loved her. And then right after Thailand, Thailand, stunning, great gown, great wardrobe, super confident, very competitive. This is very, very tough. Also kind of in that top 5 territory. Tanzania. The face, the body. Does she have brains in business? Who knows? Remember all the bees that Nawat cares about? So I'm very curious to see how her interview will go, but wow, how gorgeous is she? Just top 5 right here. Vietnam, what a fun fringe gown. There was a while where fringe was just overdone and we haven't seen it for a bit, so I liked this. I liked the gown, I liked the top of it, the styling. I liked the bold red lip because everything else was white and silvery and very muted, and then she has the contrast of her very, very dark hair and then the red lip. This was great. Spain is another strong rep. Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with this styling. The hair, the gown, this is very grand for me. Very grand in the best way. This is like top 5 territory. Zambia and her waist. Goals, body tee. Wow, love the colors of that gown too. I feel like those colors are tough to combine and have it be effective on stage in a way that it's like, wow, that actually makes her look really great. But whoever did that gown really, really job well done, because I loved the mixture of the colors, the design on her, her straight hair, the face, the walk, the presence, all of it. I really hope that she brings something beautiful like this for prelims because she is a standout. Indonesia. The face, the smile. I love her skin tone with that gown. Oh my gosh, the hair, the makeup, the styling, it was just all there. She looked like a queen. She looked top 5 there. Those are my first impression thoughts, but let me know what yours are in the comments, and let's not forget to be kind to one another. Contestants do read these comments, so let's be encouraging of all of them.